can't identify. Isn't that wonderful?
If you're telling the truth.
Well, I'd have everything to lose. Why would I tell a lie?
Why'd you want to see me?
Well, because since Carl is no longer a threat, Jake and Paulina can't scream anymore. Because if there was a case, Carl can't testify.
So?
Don't be dense, Barry. It's time for you to get Jake and Paulina back. Now, where are they?
Sure he did. I mean, who could miss us looking like this, right? He's probably radioing for help right now. He is.
He didn't see us from both, no. Now we're getting out of here. Should have been prepared, Jake. Instead of stuffing our faces with fiddlehead ferns and ancient tuna fish.
And we were starving.
If only I'd been thinking straight. We could have made a sign that we could hold up.
What were we going to make a sign with? Rocks and bark?
We didn't even think of it, Jake. We could have made a marker or something, anything.
Look, you haven't had a dizzy spell in about a half hour. I think things are going to be okay.
Oh, Jake, it's swell. We are stuck out in the middle of nowhere. Carl may be dead. Iris may have offed herself.
Be still my heart.
Oh, Jake.
Well, come on, we cannot worry about what's going on back there. For all we know, they dropped the big one and offed everybody. We're the last two living souls on Earth.
Except for that pilot.
Well, there goes my theory.
Why didn't you see us?
Oh, come on. Look, we need to come up with a plan.
I let you make the decision last time, and it didn't get us out of here. This time, it's my turn.
To not get us out of here.
Jake, I saw a clearing through the woods that way. It feels right to me.
You expect me to entrust my life to female intuition?
You could do worse. You coming? Jake, please, let's stick together.
All right. This is the right thing to do.
There's no need for you to keep Jake and Paulina's whereabouts a secret anymore. They can't hurt you.
Me?
Yes, you. You're the one who wanted Carl dead.
I was working for you, Iris.
Stop the charade, Barry. Carl doesn't remember a thing. I looked into his eyes. There wasn't the faintest hint of recognition. You understand? So we can just relax now. After all, we're on the same side, aren't we?
Sometimes I think you forget that.
But how could I? Sure, I wanted to stop the wedding. But you're the one who actually did it. I mean, you did substitute real bullets for fakes, didn't you?
You think so, huh?
Yes. I had this little theory. I kept wondering to myself, why would he do this? Why would he want Carl dead?
Okay. Let's hear your theory.
Well, I figured that maybe he'd done something to you and you were the one who wanted revenge. Here was I thinking that I'd set up the whole plot. when in reality you used my anger against Carl to achieve your goal and get rid of him forever. How am I doing?
You got a pretty big imagination, lady.
You set me up. It's the only logical explanation.
So get to your point.
The point is that you've accomplished what you set out to do. Carl Hutchins no longer exists. He's just a shell of his former self. He's powerless. He couldn't even hurt a flea.
Hip, hip, hooray.
This just leaves the loose ends. Jake and Paulina. I want them returned.
Why?
Because I've got no intention of going to jail for the death of those nitwits. Not now. Not now when we're finally free. Listen, Barry. I want you to get me back. Before anyone's any the wiser.
Not yet.
Why not? I've done everything you could possibly ask. What more could I possibly do?
I'm gonna have to give that some serious thought, Iris.
Ta-da!
Raw fish. You expect me to eat uncooked crustaceans?
Oh, come on, you can at least try it. Ida went to so much trouble, and besides, you love sushi.
I do not. Where do you come up with these peculiar ideas? Raw fish.
Hey, it might jog your memory.
Yeah, taste and smell are the most evocative senses.
Well, the smell evokes only nausea in me at the present time. Thank you very much.
Look, Carl, we're not trying to make you miserable. Can't you just work with us a little bit on this?
Not if it involves eating slime.
Oh. It's going to be a lot more difficult than I thought.
And I'd appreciate it if you stop whispering behind my back.
We're telling you that you're being very difficult right now.
Yes, well, actually, you know, I take that as an encouraging sign. He's up to his true form.
Oh, you're still here, are you?
Yes, I am. Likely to remain so, too.
Rachel, listen, why, I've got to go make a call
Oh,
to headquarters.
Ryan.
I have to find out what Jake and Pauline are up to. You're going to be okay with this, aren't you?
Of course I am. I can handle this.
Why must I be so cursed?
I'm going to be right down the hall if you need any help, okay?
Thanks a lot.
Carl Hutchins, you behave.
Why does that young man feel he has the right to deal with me in such a dictatorial manner?
He is your son. We told you that already. You know that.
Yes, but he does not compute. Doesn't make any sense. He's a model of rectitude and service. What, are you telling me he sprang from my loins?
Well, that's more like the Carl I know and love. I bet you some poetry.
Poetry?
Yes.
Why don't you bring me a mystery novel or a girly magazine like a normal person? I mean, poetry.
Because you love poetry. You read it splendidly. It's one of the reasons I fell in love with you.
You know, I don't mean to be unkind. Truly, I don't. But I can't see it.
See what?
I mean, this guy, Carl, is nothing like me. Now, where's Iris? Would you find Iris for me, please?
Good afternoon, Felicia. I tried to call you, but your phone's been busy for an hour. If I were you, I'd get it
I
checked.
got it off the hook. I don't mean to be rude right now, Marshall.
I'm just getting
really.
used to rude. What's the matter?
What are you doing here? Have I missed a deadline that I don't know about?
No, you haven't. But I'm on a tight schedule. See, I thought that my new stove would have been installed by now, but alas, it wasn't, so I thought I'd use yours. I'm going to cook you dinner. Remember?
Oh.
You don't remember, do you?
I'm on a writing drag. I started last night, and I'm really deeply in the
Oh, you're
throes
writing?
of
That's
it right now.
fantastic. That's great. Where's your kitchen? I'm inspired.
And
I'll
then
tell you what. I'll get the food started, all right? You write, and I'll read what you've got so far.
Okay, it's gone now.
Oh. Well, maybe it'll come back on a full stomach.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. And, in the meantime, why don't you slip into something a little more, I don't know, relaxed?
I am relaxed.
Well, you know what I do when I first get home? I get out of the tie, I get into a t-shirt and some jeans, and then I'm relaxed.
Special for you. Well, I haven't been in jeans since I was an adolescent. Believe me, I'm not about to go in those now.
We're very different, aren't we?
Smart little cookie.
How did you find me?
You're so angry.
You're here all of a sudden. I don't think you just came here to say hi.
Tomas, please try and understand. It's been a really long time for me.
Where have you been?
Away at school. The convent. You think Mama and Papa would let me go anywhere else?
I don't know. We didn't hear from you.
I wanted to call, or at least write you a letter. I had so many feelings and things I wanted to tell you, but they wouldn't let me. You remember how they are.
I remember.
Prayers 3 times a day. It was fine to talk to God, but not to my baby. Or her father. I love my parents, and I know that they were just trying to do what they thought was best for me. But it was like a knife in my heart not knowing where you were.
And so now you just decided to live in Bay City?
I knew you would judge me for staying away so long. Tomas, you can't see the wall around the convent, but it's there, believe me.
There's no telephones, no pen, no paper?
You see, you're so upset and angry.
It's because I'm trying to figure out why you're here.
I needed to see you. I want to figure out my life. What happened? How it was that I ended up losing so much. So when I graduated and went back to Port Jarvis, I went to your house. I was so sorry to hear about your mother. I really liked her a lot. She was a wonderful woman. May she rest in peace.
Losing her was tough.
I'm sure. Anyway, I talked to your landlady, and she told me that you had moved across the lake with a friend of your mother's.
Kate.
I'm so glad that you found someone to help out with the baby. I know it would have been hard for you to have...
I would have managed.
I wish I could have been there for you. I wish I could have been there to help you with her. You don't believe me?
Angela, you gave her away.
I knew you would still blame me. Don't you see that I had no choice?
There is always a choice.
It's different for a girl. It killed my parents when I got pregnant. I let them down.
My mother was angry, too.
But she forgave you, Tomas. My parents didn't want to be reminded of my mistake every day for the rest of their lives.
How could you just forget about your own child?
I never did. They made me sign the adoption papers and give my baby away. They told me that she would be better off without me and that I was too young to raise a child.
Well, Angela, now that we've talked and your conscience is clear, you can go home now. The baby and I start a new life in Bay City.
Tomas, please wait. I didn't come here to fight.
Then what?
Isn't there something you should tell me? Anybody want to give a graduate a hug?
It's like, where do those feelings go, you know? Yeah, I do know. But it's great, too, because Tomas, let's just say I'm really happy.
Good. That's great, honey.
So how's Carl? Has he got his memory back?
No, not yet. But we feel that the situation is temporary. All he needs right now to get his memory back is a little jolt.
Like a blast from the past, right?
You got. And, you know, Maggie, you just might be that blast.
Me? It's a good idea.
Yeah. Come on, Maggie. Carl was crazy about you.
I think he's crazy about you.
Not at the moment.
Right. So, listen, what do you say?
Tell me about our little girl.
Why?
I know I've disappointed you. But can't you just try and understand the way I feel? You've had all this time with her. I don't even know her name.
Louisa.
That's a beautiful name. Well, what kind of music does she like? What's her favorite television show? Does she eat a lot of candy? Tomas, tell me everything.
She loves rock and roll. Those silly cartoons like where the dog chases the cats. Well, she loves them. She laughs about them every time she sees them. She's learning how to count already.
She's gonna be a math genius just like you.
She's got a sweet tooth, but I'm trying to keep sugar out of the picture. Except for birthdays.
I've celebrated her birthday every year, you know.
What do you mean?
In my room. Louisa.
I didn't think too much about how you were feeling.
That's okay. I understand. I didn't expect you to. You're the one who deserves all the credit. For everything you've done, raising her.
We had Kate.
Yeah, but to look after a baby and graduate from high school. You had to work too, right?
How do you know this?
It's graduation time, Tomas. It's not that hard to figure out that the smartest guy in Port Jarvis probably did pretty well at Bay City High School. You did do well, right?
Yeah.
I always had faith in you.
I've got to go.
Tomas, please.
We've
wait.
said it all, Angela.
Look, you probably don't think that I deserve this. But I'm gonna ask you anyway.
What?
Will you please let me meet my daughter?
So, how many are in this Corey clan?
There's a whole slew of us, a big group of us. Carl?
You are a very attractive young woman. But then, I'm not a cradle robber. Am I?
No, you're in love with Rachel. Your dark hair, Rachel. I and you, well, we are buddies. We're good friends. We do favors for each other. We're soulmates.
Ah, that's delightful. But you know, Margie, you're quite wrong about this Rachel woman. I can't abide her.
Margie? Wow, you really did lose your memory. How are you going to get it back?
Well, quite frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. I mean, I've got other things on my mind. Would you do me a favor for old time's sake?
How can you possibly guarantee that, Iris? You must know something. I was just, trying to reassure you.
What do you know about the shooting, Iris, and what do you know about Jake and Paulina?
I don't know anything. I just meant that if I heard anything or found out anything, then I'd let you know, that's all.
Excuse me, but, Carl wants to see Iris. He said it's vitally important.
Come on, Paulina, this is not a foot race.
It's a race in circles, Jake. We're out there an hour, and we end up right back here.
Look, it's hot. Why don't we rest here for a while before we go on, all right?
This is going so swimmingly, isn't it? We fight, we walk, we fight some more, we walked again. I don't think I've ever had a better time. What are you doing? Jake? Hank.
Jake, what's wrong?
Snake. Don't move.
What? Keep moving. What? He's friendly.
Are you insane?
Jake, it's okay. See? Jake, it's nothing. Don't you know better than to sneak up on Jake? It's our house, too. For now. Better catch Jake before he gets lost. Come on. Jake, wait up! Wait! Wait!
Oh, you don't get that thing near me!
Iris, where are you?
What do you want, Carl?
I was waiting for you.
Why?
Well, I have hopes that you'll be able to clear up this mystery for me.
No, I don't know anything.
Oh, come on, Iris. I mean, you were at the church, right? Now, it seems to me you're pretty much of a straight shooter, Iris. Now, I have to know what happened. And I have to know how is it that I am engaged to Rachel.
What?
Yes, I mean, I look at her and I'm amazed. I'm amazed. How did it happen?
Well, that's what I've been saying to everybody for months. No one would listen to me. It's surprising that the first person who does is you.
Well, you know, she's not really my type.
We were trying to warn Rachel against you, Carl.
Seriously. But you, on the other hand, Iris, you are exactly my type.
Ridiculous, Carl. We can't bear to be in the same room together.
Well, that is not the feeling that I'm experiencing right now. No, come on, sit down.
You really don't remember anything at all?
No, nothing. Now, come on, sit down. Yep. And tell me all about myself.
Not 1 inch closer, Iris.
Oh, drat.
I don't want you anywhere near him. Do you understand me?
Fine with me.
You know, you can be quite overbearing sometimes.
I am tough, Carl. That's one of the things you like about me. And whether you like it or not, I am going to protect you.
Well, will you please refrain from interrupting me when I'm trying to get lucky?
Anyone but Iris.
You're getting on my nerves.
I should just have 20 or 30 more people over here. Should throw a party, actually. That would have been a good idea.
Hey, lady. You need to get yourself plugged into the 21st century.
Excuse me?
I have been trying to call you all day. I mean, busy signals are passe, darling. Friends expect call waiting, an answering machine, a service, or something.
Actually, I've been a big fan of just taking it off the hook. And crazy little me, I believe that would keep away all the intruders.
Oh.
Hey, what can I say?
Listen, I just stopped by to find out if we were still on for the 12-step workshop tomorrow.
Oh, Judy, I can't. I'm busy writing right now.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a struggle, but it's a good struggle. I can't just leave it in the middle and go on a picnic.
This is no picnic, honey. This is a very important part of your ongoing recovery, my fellow alcoholic.
So is my work. You know that.
Priorities, baby, and you are losing sight. Felicia, what is that very delicious smell? And I know it's not your cooking because you can't even boil water.
I can, too. You put it in a microwave, a minute and a half on high.
You know, when you stop substance abusing, the smell of good
You really
food
weren't kidding
is...
about the contents of your kitchen. Hi, Judy.
Hi.
This woman doesn't even have sugar. All I need is a pinch.
Well, I don't know. I think a swift kick in the pants would do, don't you? Hey, I know. How about this for your chili?
Artificial sweetener in my chili?
Oh, yeah.
I think not.
Sorry, yeah. I know. Why don't you just go on up to Tops? I bet you could borrow a cup from them. And then you could just take your chili and put it in your car and go on home.
I think I'll just make do, okay? You look great. very comfortable-looking jeans.
Oh.
You know, perhaps you can take Felicia shopping with you next time.
Hold me back. I'm not kidding. Hold me back because I'm about to murder this guy.
I can see that. You can't stand him. So what's with the chili?
Oh, please. It's some lame brain strategy to win me over. So I'll write this great book for Corey and for Mr. Kramer so they can both get richer. Well, it's not working.
Oh, he's got you in a lather.
He's nothing but an educated bore, Judy. You know, he comes in here, he puts down my work, he puts me down, he puts my home down. You know that if he had brought his briefcase, it would be begging for a ladleful right
Self-control, girl. Self-control.
Do me a favor. Stay and have dinner with me.
Oh,
okay? Don't make me do
no. I am not getting in the middle of you two.
Judy.
Besides, it's a business dinner. I would just be in the way.
No, you wouldn't. I promise you.
What are you, a coward? Oh, yes, you bet. Besides, chili stains are fierce. Tomorrow, 10 a.m.
In the morning? Are you crazy?
I wouldn't have believed it, but you know what?
What?
Our recipe's even better without sugar.
Really?
Oh, here, have a taste. Oh, come on, it's not gonna bite you.
Tomas, please don't be like this. You're not being fair.
I'm not being fair? You show up here with tears and sad stories, and you expect to change everything?
It's not like that.
Louisa and I have had a hard time, and it's not over yet. We're the last people you should be expecting to make you feel better.
I don't want you to make me feel better.
Good.
But Tomas, I've never even held my daughter. I've never even seen her. Please, Tomas, I gave birth to her. Would you please just let me see her?
Louisa doesn't even know who you are.
I understand that.
She doesn't even know that I'm her father either.
What? Why not?
My mother and I decided that it'd be better for her to think that I was her brother.
Oh. You've made so many sacrifices.
I don't want to tell her the truth until she gets older.
That makes sense. She's a lucky little girl to have you.
Angela, meeting you would make things so much more complicated.
I'll keep the secret. Is that where you're going now? Home to see Louisa? Oh, please, Tomas, please take me with you.
She's not at home. She's with her foster parents. But I'm gonna get her right back, and right now she doesn't need any more trouble in her life.
Is that what I am? A problem?
The answer is no. You can't see her.
You know, you haven't said a word in the past 5 minutes.
That's because I was always taught not to talk with my mouth full.
You like my chili, don't you?
Actually, I've been sitting here trying to figure out how I could compliment your food without, well, that sounding very nice to you.
Okay, I'll give you a break.
What?
It was my grandmother's recipe.
It's wonderful, really.
Thank you.
You cook anything else?
Well, I got a couple dozen sauces for pasta. I can practically do anything with meat, but I'm particularly inspired by soups.
Modest, as usual. So your grandmother taught you all of that?
No, I learned in college.
Oh, I didn't know you could minor in cooking at Yale.
I was a cook in the dining hall.
Why? What were you doing, a sociology study on how the other half lives?
No, I was working my way through college. You see, you're looking at the other half.
I can't believe that you weren't born with that silver spoon in your mouth.
No, we were lucky to have enough spoons to go around.
I'm impressed. So where did the Roman numerals come from, the 3 names?
Well, being poor, didn't mean my father wasn't proud of his name, so he passed it down to me in lieu of a fortune.
I'm sort of, you know, the reversal of that. Felicia Gallant isn't the name that I was born with.
I know. Fanny Grady.
You know that?
Well, I make it my business to familiarize myself with my writers' lives. See, learning about Fanny made Felicia less intimidating.
Oh, come on, cut the bull.
Oh, come on, I'm serious.
You've never been intimidated by anything in your life.
You know what? Maybe we're more alike than we think. Now, about your book. Why don't you show me a few pages?
No. Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet.
Okay, I'm a little disappointed, but I can understand. Tell you what, why don't you show me your outline? I can get an overview of where you're going with this. You do have an outline, don't you?
Actually, I don't work that way. No, I'm sort of idiosyncratic, I guess.
Oh, that's another word for being disorganized. You see, I find that good writers always use outlines.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, I guess I just should have known this would happen. Here I thought we were just two people having a little conversation. You know, your background, you're chilly.
No.
Here you are telling me to relax and to buy some jeans and to let my guard down.
Alicia, you're wrong now.
All this has been is an editorial blueprint to get me to write a good book. Isn't that right?
What are you doing? Are you trying to torture me, Paulina? I hate you. I hate you.
I am trying to show you what a harmless snake looks like. That way, if you see a copperhead or something else, you'll know the difference.
Can I explain something to you? I have a fear of snakes, okay? A major league hardcore, never let those suckers get near you fear.
Okay. All right.
Ophidophobia. It means irrational, all-encompassing, inexplicable, exaggerated, illogical fear of snakes. Am I clear?
What did you do, memorize the definition?
Yes. Come on, Paulina, help me accept myself. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Why don't you just let out that gut-wrenching belly laugh you're just dying to let out?
No. I don't think it's funny. Jake, everybody's afraid of something. For me, it's heights.
Where are you going?
I'm going to put the snake outside where it's safe.
There's no such thing as a safe snake. I want to go home.
We're never going to get there, are we? This was some master plan before you even got here. You know what? I would probably like you if you could just admit that.
I admit I'm interested in your work.
Do you ever
I see
take
nothing
a
wrong
day
with it.
off?
I am off now.
You probably proofread in your...
I'm very involved with my work.
So am I. And right now, I'm writing something that is so personal to me. And when I'm ready for the world to read it, I'll let you know. In the meantime, just take your chili and get out of here and go to your next victim.
Oh, Felicia, I am so sorry that I upset you.
If you upset me...
Look, I know I'm very pushy. It is part of my award-winning style.
Well, I'm not giving away any prizes, so just go.
Why don't we try this on another night? I'll modify my technique.
I'll be sure to call you.
Happy working. Oh, woman.
Clean this mess up. Well... God, he can't cook now. Hi, honey.
Oh, good job, Lulu.
Excuse me, but I'm the one that helped her with the pieces.
You're doing a great job, too, Judy. Thank you.
Oh, it's so easy when you're playing with Louisa because she's so smart. Oh, by the way, Mrs. Griffith called and she said she'll be by to pick up Louisa in about an hour. And don't worry, because I think they're really doing right by her.
I know. Hey, where's this piece go, Louisa? Can you find where this piece goes?
I think it's only good when a child has so much love, don't you?
I hope you're right.
Sure I am.
There you go. She's so
smart.
cute.
Look at her.
That's where it goes, Louisa.
And, this is the famous portrait of Madame X. You see how she's holding her head and the line of her neck. It all goes so beautifully together. It's really a gorgeous portrait. You loved it. It moved you.
She's a brunette. I much prefer
You say
blonde.
one more word about blondes, and I will give you another injury.
I'm tired of looking at these pictures. And I'll tell you this, I cannot imagine spending a few hours wandering around a dusty old museum. I'm sick and tired of dreary poems, and I do not wish to hear another quotation from the sweet William W. Shakespeare. And would you mind awfully, if I may be completely candid, I'd like you to leave my room altogether.
You can be just as nasty as you like with me. I am not going to abandon you.
But I want you to. I'm begging you to.
Oh, no, you're not. What are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? I'm gonna call the nurse.
Well, go ahead.
She'll make you leave me alone.
Oh, I don't think so.
Nurse. Nurse. Please, nurse. Look at this woman. Remember her. I want her barred from my room.
Now, you be nice to your fiancé, Mr. Hutchins.
Traitors. Traitors all around.
I'll see you later.
Hey, how goes it?
Oh, his energy level is so much improved. He wants me thrown out.
There's a call for you.
Who's, please?
A woman named Vicky?
Oh, Vicky. Hey, how are you? How's the baby? Where are you? Okay, I want you to stay right there. Don't go anywhere. I'm coming to pick you up, okay?
What are we going to do?
We're not going to give up, that's what.
Jake, we've been out here long enough that somebody could have finished the job on Carl. He's not dead already. What about Iris and that suicide
We
thing?
can't think about what's going on back there, okay?
Jake, Rachel needs to know what we know. We still don't even know where we are, if anyone will ever find us. Feel free to stop me if you disagree, Jake. I'm getting scared. I mean, really scared. Jake, what if we never get back?
Hey. We're too ornery to die out here like this. We are.
They're stuck in the wilderness trying to survive day by day. But can they resist the temptation of their desires? The Perils of Paulina and Jake, tomorrow on Another World, only on NBC Daytime.